most men wouldn't have a huge issue dating a woman who is sexually experienced. In other words, she might not be really know as well as what she's doing in bed, whereas I think it's a much bigger deal for women. If the guy doesn't know what he's doing in bed, it's a bit more of a deal breaker. Why don't we open it up to the panel? Let's start with Gabby.
So you're asking if it's a deal breaker if they're not experienced? Or?
So I'm asking, like, would it be an issue for you if the guy was inexperienced in bed? Let's say, we could also just frame this as, would you want to sleep, hook up with, or date a virgin?
I wouldn't mind if you're a virgin now.
You wouldn't mind dating a virgin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Same. I've had someone ask me if I could take their virginity and I had to decline simply because I didn't want to be that person. I don't know, you know, they fall in love with you regardless of whether they're like, I don't know, I'll block out my emotions. You'll fall in love. Like, it's your first time having sex, like, you're gonna fall in love, or not fall in love, but, you know, have some sort of like
strings attached.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if it's not a relationship that I see I'm gonna, you know, be long term with.
Yeah, wait, can you like specify, like, is it just like a hookup, like take someone virginity, or like I'm a date this man?
Both.
Okay. Mm-hmm. If it's just a hookup, no. But if I'm gonna date him, then I can be like, okay, well, this is what I like, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. So, you know.
So if it's just a hookup, you want it to be good. But if it's you see something being long term, then you'd be willing. Like then you would be willing to like show him.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be a turnoff for you to like have to show a guy how to fuck you?
No.
Really?
No, because then you can tell him what you want, and like if like you're looking for a long-term relationship, he'll learn what he wants. I guess you don't want to actually like teach someone how to do it, but if it's a long-term relationship and you see an outcome out of it, like why not teach him what you like?
Yeah.
Gabby, can we have you move the microphone a bit this way? To your left. Move it, scoot it to your left. A bit more. Perfect. Okay. Vina?
I agree. I don't think I would hook up with someone that hasn't had any experience, but I would date someone that doesn't have any experience.
Okay.
I wouldn't do either.
Why?
Well, for me, I think like, I have my own like sexual preferences, and like, just for me, that wouldn't be like ideal. And like, I also like, I would prefer the guy to have at least a little bit of experience. Like, doesn't mean he has to have been with a lot of people, or like someone who's like just experienced in bed. Like, say he's been with one person, but he was in a relationship. Like, I'd want him to like to be able to take the lead. You know, that's just my preference. I don't think I would.
When you say preferences, are you talking like BDSM, 50 Shades of Grey?
No, just like...
Because definitely a virgin ain't pulling that out of the hat the first time.
No, nothing crazy.
Let me just fucking tie you up and all this shit.
No, like nothing crazy, but like...
You'd want a guy who's leads, who's dominant.
Yeah, like in both aspects, like personality, or not personality, but like just like the romance section in general, you know, like I want a guy to take the lead, you know?
Sure.
So I don't think, and that's my preference in relationships, so I don't think a virgin would be able to fulfill that for me.
Okay.
I think I would both hook up and date someone that's a virgin. I mean, I don't really hook up with guys anymore, so I like don't really know if I...
Into the microphone?
What's that?
Oh, just into the microphone?
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think being inexperienced means you wouldn't necessarily like know how to have sex, because I think you just learn in the moment, you know?
Yeah.
I think it definitely does help, but I don't know.
Also, like you're like, you say like you would like teach like a virgin like how to do whatever, like your preferences and stuff, but even when you're like dating someone new, even if they have experience, they don't know what you like still.
Yeah.
So you still have to teach them.
Yeah, that's a fair point. That is a fair point. Certainly, I think there is a period of both people are learning what the other person likes and what they don't like. So actually, I think that's a very good point. I agree with that. But overall, this is an interesting panel with your, I almost feel like you guys are just intentionally, I could be wrong, intentionally changing up your answers just a bit, right?
What? Like
No.
trying to switch it.
You know, just to
What do you
almost
mean?
like you're almost playing devil's advocate against the questions I'm asking, just to kind of like a little bit, a little bit.
I don't think
Everybody, I
Everyone.
don't.
No,
But,
I mean, these are
honest.
just my opinions.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so let's tie this back to, we've kind of meandered quite a bit,